today's news kind of personally bums me out a little bit. If you remember back in 23 October, I went to TwitchCon, and when I came back from TwitchCon, I was extremely sick. I actually ended up getting an infection and rupturing my eardrum. And because of that, I was sick for way too long, and I missed out on going to BlizzCon, which was in the following month. And because of that, I missed out on the opportunity to do like the meet and greet and, say hi to all of you guys and stuff like that, which I was really looking forward to. I was actually going to have my brother come with me, and it was going to be a whole cool adventure. So I didn't get to go. So I thought, okay, well, next year then, I am 100% going to go. Well, it looks like that's actually not an option, because the news of this morning, actually just 2 hours ago, they tweeted out here that after careful consideration over the last year, we at Blizzard have made the decision to not hold BlizzCon in 2024. We're excited to bring back BlizzCon back in the future years, and we still have exciting plans for events in 2024. Now, BlizzCon was from 2005 to 2019, and from my understanding, they only missed 2 of those years during that time. And then there was a big gap. Obviously, COVID happened, so they didn't do BlizzCon for a while. So 23 was sort of the hype one back, where we're back, baby. BlizzCon is back. But then they canceled it just the year after. This is probably no surprise, though, considering that last year was the first year ever in the history of BlizzCon that they actually failed to sell out tickets, and scalpers were reselling them at a loss. I'm not sad that scalpers reselling them at the loss. I'm glad the scalpers got fucked, honestly. That being said, there's not a ton of news right now. From what I understand, Overwatch 2 only has negative news currently. Diablo 4, we already know the expansion is coming, and we've already seen the itemization changes, so there's not really a big Diablo announcement they could do. I suppose they could re-announce some World of Warcraft stuff, but they already kind of did that. So with Microsoft acquiring it, the previous one not really selling out and not a lot to announce, I guess it sort of makes sense they're not doing a BlizzCon this year. But I would be lying if I said that it didn't, make me kind of sad. I was actually quite looking forward to seeing my first BlizzCon ever. I've never gone to one. Now, if we look at their actual statement, they do say some words as to why. Part of which being that they plan to go to other conferences. So if you look at this, they say after the careful consideration over the last year, they've made the decision to not hold BlizzCon for 2024. Was not made lightly for a very special event, but they're approaching this year differently. We've explored all different event formats in the past. Rest assured that we are just as excited as ever to bring BlizzCon back in the future years. So maybe BlizzCon 25, future years, who knows what year that is. They then mentioned what I was saying about the stuff they've already announced. They're going to give us more details of World of Warcraft and Diablo 4's first expansion, and that they have exciting plans to go to other industry trade shows like Gamescom. They call out the dream hacks for the Overwatch series and say they're also planning to be planning multiple global in-person events to commemorate the 30th anniversary of Warcraft, which will be held in addition to the in-game celebrations across WoW. While these events are distinct from BlizzCon, we're harnessing all of our creativity and imagination to ensure that they carry the same spirit of celebration and togetherness, and that they hope that our experience alongside the several live-streamed industry events where we'll keep you up to date with what's happening in the game universe will capture the essence of it. So it just sort of sounds like there's not really enough to talk about. When they do these conventions like BlizzCon, you really expect as a person going in, when you pay high prices, these tickets last year were not cheap. It's $300 for last year with up to $799 if you wanted the portal pass. So the tickets aren't cheap. And with that price comes certain levels of expectations. So they probably don't want to sell, $300 tickets again if they're just going to re-announce the same Diablo 4 expansion. And though Microsoft did just acquire Blizzard, and I doubt they want to spend a bunch of money on an event, I doubt that that's the reason. It's probably just there's not a lot really to talk about. So it looks like I'm not going to BlizzCon this year, like I was sort of planning to after missing last year's. But I will be going to TwitchCon again instead, I suppose. Most of the reactions on Twitter are people just being bummed out about it, saying that they're bummed to hear it, that, they were looking forward to BlizzCon, etc. If you look at the actual comments on the post itself, then you're going to notice that a lot of people are saying, it's unsurprising, however. There's nothing really to say. There's layoffs, the restructuring in the company, etc., so it's not a huge surprise. Now, I've said before that I have never had a bad experience meeting anybody in person ever. It doesn't matter if it's somebody who doesn't know who I am and it's just another person that's a gamer, another creator, or if it is someone who happens to recognize me. I've never had any bad experiences with people, and it's always just an enjoyable time meeting people, etc. So these types of events, be it TwitchCon, BlizzCon, etc., for me are always something that I really look forward to. And I'm sure there's a lot of people. You don't have to be a content creator to like interacting with other people and to going to these types of events. So I'm sure the Blizzard community, the people that really love these games, and there's the run of the Murloc and stuff. I had to watch it from the live stream because, like I said, I wasn't able to be there last year. So it's something that I think a lot of people look forward to. And so it's just a little bit of a bummer for the people that were planning to go. And hopefully they do bring it back for 2025. But I mean, canceling it the year after they finally bring it back when tickets aren't being sold is probably not a good sign, at least for the convention. That's about it anyway. I'll see you on the next video.